So one of my followers who is a high school senior reached out to me the other day asking me for some advice. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's running 2 successful businesses right now, but he's really worried because he's going to college in the fall. He's on the fence if he should go or not because he thinks that college is going to take away from his business. And he doesn't think that he's going to get anything of merit from college. And so he's asking me for some advice as someone who's run businesses in college. And I'm sitting there thinking like, I've been through all this stuff. I've started 4 businesses. 2 of them are currently successful. I was a student athlete on the baseball team. I joined a fraternity. I worked jobs throughout the semester. I did a little bit of DoorDash. I've been there. I know how busy it is, and I know the difficulty in the decision making, if it's even possible to run a successful business in college when you have no time. But I will say, it is possible, and it's not possible for everyone. So if you're sitting here thinking like you're not willing to put the sacrifice in and you don't have the discipline, scroll right past this video. But if you're on the other side of this video and you are about it and you are ambitious and you're willing to make a consistent effort every single day and not let college take away from your business, let me show you how to run a successful business in college when you have no time. If you get value from this video, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Let's get right into it. So if you want to run a successful business in college, it comes down to 2 things. Number 1 is listing out your priorities, and number 2 is delegation. I'll explain a story for both of them. So at this time, it's the start of my sophomore year. I already started one business at this time. My freshman year, I failed it, but I'm finishing up my internship after my freshman summer. And so I'm coming into sophomore year, and my boss asked me, do you want to do this internship part-time during the semester? And I'm like, absolutely. I freaking love this job. I'm very good at it. I want to do it. I want to make more money so I can invest. So I'm like, yes, I will do it. And he's like, are you sure you're going to have enough time? And after he asked me that question, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, so I'm going to have to work 20 hours per week. I'm at a top 20 academic school in the country, taking a full course load. I'm a student athlete on the baseball team. I'm about to be rushing a fraternity, and I do a little bit of DoorDash. And so I've got an extremely busy schedule, but I'm just like, I'm gonna figure it out. And I figured it out, but I did not figure it out the easy way. So classes start. After all my classes that first week, I would go to Bauer Hall, which is this hall in the business school where there's food. Everybody goes there to hang out, to socialize, but to also do work. And the only reason I wanted to go into Bauer Hall after my class and do work is because I was crushing on this one girl. And I wanted to make sure that I could be around this girl and she could see me. And so I did this for the first week of classes, knowing that I am not going to be able to get good work done in Bauer Hall. But I did it anyway, and exactly what I thought, I didn't get any work done. And then I'm sitting there at the end of the week and I'm asking myself, okay, Anthony, you really want to do this? You want to go to Bauer Hall every single week and waste away your time just to be in front of this one girl? Because guess what? You're not going to be able to work successfully 20 hours per week. Your grades are going to hit. Your responsibility on the baseball team is not going to do as well. All these things are going to happen just because your priorities aren't straight and you're prioritizing a girl over being successful with all the business and academic endeavors you're doing. And so after I came to that realization, I went into my dorm, I took out a sheet of paper, and I listed out all my priorities. Working this job, baseball, fraternity, girl, social life, all of these priorities, and I weighted them out. And then I ranked them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This was my North Star and my golden ticket for how I was going to make decisions the rest of my semester. And if I never listed out my priorities, I would have kept making the same mistake every single time, and everything else would have suffered because I was prioritizing this girl over everything else. So if you're coming into college and you're trying to run a successful business, it sounds so simple. Step 1, you actually have to sit down and figure out what's important, and then make sacrifices and decisions based on that, and it will set you up for success the rest of your time. I still utilize that method today with my personal brand and podcast, the 2 successful businesses I'm running right now. I know I don't have time to waste and go on campus in Bauer Hall and sit there and screw around. I need to be in my room doing work. And because I have that North Star, it's allowed me for the past 2 years to run these successful businesses. And the other point I wanted to make was delegation. At some point, when you grow, you will not have enough time to put full effort into everything you're doing with the business and all these other things in college. It will get to a point where it's impossible. And when that time comes, you have to delegate. I just did this with my podcast. I handle all the editing and brainstorming and stuff for my personal brand. But with this podcast, I have to record these things and then post them on YouTube and edit these videos to make them visually appealing so they grow. I'm not an editor. I don't have time to do that. I had to reach out and get someone else to take that duty off of my hands, and it's going fantastic. So when you start to grow and stuff goes really well, I would think about delegation. And there's two other things that I want to talk about before wrapping up this video. Number one is this. If you're sitting there and you're hesitant about going to college, or you're thinking about dropping out, or whatever it is because you're running a successful business, you need to know that if something is important to you, you're gonna make time for it. It doesn't matter what it is. You will make time for something if it's important to you. And number two, we live in a day and age where there's a toxicity around entrepreneurship. Because you have all these people online saying you don't need college, it doesn't teach you anything, it's a waste of time, just sit in your room and grind on the internet and make an online business. And that's fine. For some people that works. But for someone who actually believed that and now has experienced 4 years at college, I can't disagree more with that statement. Coming into college will open you up to a network of people that are so motivated, that will make you have an open mind, that will open you up to all these opportunities that you will never experience if you just sit in your room in your hometown. You will not grow as a person. I am a huge pro-college advocate. And from my experience, trust me, you can manage both. You can manage running a business and going to college. And if it gets to a point where you can't anymore, you can list out your priorities and make the best decision in your favor based on that list. So in conclusion, list out your priorities, stick with that. That is your golden ticket for decision making, and delegate. And if you do those two things, I promise you, you will be able to run a successful business, experience what's important to you at college, even with no time.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Somewhere on the screen should direct you to somewhere else in our channel. But as always, believe foolishly.